You may not talk about it. You might even feel awkward thinking about it. But the truth is, your body still remembers. Even as you age, your sexual health doesn't disappear. It simply evolves. Masturbation, a topic wrapped in silence and shame, remains one of the most natural, healthy, and under-discussed tools for maintaining vitality, circulation, and emotional well-being. If you're over 60, this isn't something to hide from. It may be something that actually heals you, in more ways than one. For many older men, the conversation around sexual health ends far too early. Doctors focus on blood pressure and cholesterol, but rarely touch on intimacy or pleasure. Family and society often expect you to quietly age out of your desires, but desire doesn't have an expiration date. And your body? It thrives on connection, including the kind you give yourself. Masturbation isn't just about gratification. It's about circulation, hormonal balance, pelvic health, and emotional clarity. The more we ignore this truth, the more silent suffering we allow. You might worry that it's embarrassing, or maybe you believe that after a certain age, pleasure should be left in the past. But the science says otherwise. Regular masturbation helps maintain prostate function by keeping fluids moving and reducing congestion. It promotes pelvic muscle tone, which can help with urinary control. And perhaps most surprisingly, it improves sleep quality by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's built-in relaxation switch. Still, many men suffer in silence. They associate solo pleasure with shame or weakness. You may have been raised to believe that your value comes from restraint or stoicism, but emotional repression doesn't lead to strength. It leads to disconnection. When you cut yourself off from touch, you begin to drift from your own body. Over time, this can result in anxiety, poor body image, and reduced self-esteem. And it doesn't stop there. Lack of regular sexual expression, even solo, can impact hormone levels, particularly testosterone, which affects everything from energy to confidence. Inactivity in this area may also contribute to erectile dysfunction, not just because of aging, but because of lack of blood flow and muscular engagement. Your body needs that stimulation to stay tuned. Much like a car engine benefits from running regularly, you might also be surprised to learn that masturbation can lower stress levels and reduce blood pressure. In moments of pleasure, your brain releases endorphins and oxytocin, chemicals that naturally lift your mood. These aren't small side effects. For older men dealing with loneliness, grief, or health changes, these biochemical boosts can be powerful. Yet most never know. They were never told. Here's the part that changes everything. Masturbation isn't just about physical release, it's about emotional restoration. In fact, many older men who begin to reintroduce self-touch into their lives describe a return of confidence, connection, and even joy. They stop seeing their bodies as failing and start seeing them as still capable of pleasure and power. And no, you don't need a partner to access this part of yourself. In fact, solo intimacy often serves as a bridge to reconnect with partners later on. By exploring what feels good, what relaxes you, and what you need, you become more aware of yourself. You begin to shed old guilt and discover new rhythms. And that awareness can transform your physical health and emotional landscape. So what can you do right now? Start by letting go of shame. Masturbation is not taboo. It's not wrong. It's a form of self-respect and self-connection. Choose a space where you feel safe and relaxed. Don't rush. Use this time not just for pleasure, but for healing. Pay attention to your breath, your heartbeat, your skin. This is about tuning into your body again. Consider integrating this into your self-care routine. Just as you might go for a walk to stay active or meditate to calm your mind, self-touch can be a therapeutic tool. Over time, it may improve your mood, circulation, and even your sleep. If you've been dealing with anxiety, sadness, or tension, this simple act could be a starting point toward emotional recovery. And if you experience discomfort or struggle with technique, talk to a doctor or urologist. You'd be surprised how many medical professionals welcome these conversations once they know you're open to them. Aging doesn't mean disappearing. It means becoming more fully yourself, in honesty, in wholeness, and in health. Masturbation isn't a secret to be buried. It's a tool to be embraced. It connects you with the parts of yourself that may have gone silent. It reawakens the pathways of pleasure, not just for your body, but for your spirit. So don't be ashamed. Be curious. Be open. Be gentle with yourself. Your body has carried you through decades of life. It deserves kindness, attention, and yes, pleasure. Not for someone else, not for performance, but for you, because you are still here and you are still worthy.